So, Om Namah Shivaya. My name is Atmaram. I'm the director of the Ottawa Center and speaking here from the ashram in Valmora. Today we are going to speak about the four paths of yoga. So if we take as a definition of yoga the union between the individual and the universe and the whole cosmos, so we have this idea, there is this idea in yoga that there are different ways, different paths to reach that goal. And classically, there are four paths of yoga. The main text where we can find this tradition is in the Bhagavad Gita. And so Swami Sivananda explains to us that, okay, if you look at an individual, you can find three components in every being. You have the hands, the heart, and the head. Symbolically, the hands mean the energy of action, activities. The heart is the emotional part of our nature, so the emotion and the love. And the head, of course, is the thinking powers, reason, intellect, and so on. And so, so we are going to find that different yoga techniques, what we call yoga paths or yoga ways, which we can follow, will start from each one of these three basic human potentials and develop them in order to bring the individual to full development, which we call yoga, or the union between oneself and the environment or the cosmos or the universe. So we'll start one by one. The Karma Yoga will correspond to the hands. It's the yoga of action. There we will find techniques and methods to help us to do actions in a yogic way or in a meditative way, in a way that will be in accord with the meditative practice by detaching from the actions. Then there is Bhakti Yoga. There we will start from the emotional part of our beings, or the need to love and to be loved. And we are going to work on this and develop it so that the emotions are transformed into devotion, or what we call pure love. For the head, there are two paths of yoga using thinking powers. One is Raja Yoga. This is, we can say, the psychology of yoga. There we are going to use the mind in order to study the mind itself. So one part of the mind is looking at another part of the mind. So we are going to learn techniques to look at our thoughts, look at our emotions, look at our moods, and work with our mind in order to achieve a high degree of concentration and purity of mind, positivity, in order to be able to meditate and in order to be able to reach that goal of yoga or unity, union. Then finally, there is Nyana Yoga. Nyana Yoga will be the path of wisdom, the path of philosophy. We're going to use the intellectual powers and reason to try to answer fundamental questions of existence. Like, for example, who am I? What's my place in life? What's the goal of life? And so on, such questions, fundamental questions. And this yoga, again, is going to lead us to the pinnacle of yoga, to the union with the all, with Brahman, with the Absolute. So sometimes these yogas are used together. This is called integral yoga. Or sometimes somebody may be more, let's say, will orient themselves more in one direction. They will be more predominantly, let's say, of an emotional nature. So maybe Bhakti Yoga will be preferable for them. Or sometimes they will be people of a very active nature. So they will benefit a lot from Karma Yoga. They will then develop in that path. And sometimes people are more of a mystical nature, then Raja Yoga or the path of meditation will be very nice for them. They will also take to that and they will develop nicely. And some people are very philosophical in nature, and in that case, Nyana Yoga will be their path. So now we'll go one by one into each of these paths. Om.